Hello, sunshines. How art thou? Hello, hello, hello. How art thou? How art thou? We're going to do another part of our learning how to crochet, and this is going to be something a little bit different than what we have been doing. And we're going to do a little granny square. Actual granny square. So we're going to make this little granny square based off of the stitches that we already learned. The stitches that we already learned were single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. So granny square is just made up of a whole bunch of double crochets. I hope you practice because this is exactly what you need to do in order to get to where we are at in the diva level. So let's start off with what did we cover last week? What did we cover last week? We went over the stair steps of how you make your single crochet, how you go to the next row and then the next row and then the next row, which is each floors. That's what I call them. You start from the basement, which is your foundation, and then you work your way up. And that's how we do our rows, our crochet rows. I went over slip stitch, how you position your needle, and the single crochet, which is the smallest stitch, one of the smallest stitch, and then you go to half double crochet and then double crochet. So I'm gonna go over the half double crochet in the double crochet with you one more time, just going a little bit back, and then we're gonna do the double crochet because the double crochet is what we need to do this thingamajig. So let's get started. I hope some of you are at least practicing because practicing is what makes perfect, P2P, which is practice to perfection. That's my motto, practice to perfection. In order to get diva status, in order for you to get diva status, you must practice. So hi, how art thou, Carrie? Carrie the yarny elephant. And Cameron, how art thou? Cameron, you are the one and only Miss Sister Lock. Miss Sister Lock. I want to grow up to be just like you. I have to fake my lock, okay? I want to be your Sister Lock. All right, so I'm going to be using this yarn for today, which is just my stripes. It has like an ombre of colors. Like gray and two different tones of gray and two different tones of pink. It's pretty. This would be such a pretty hat or scarf. So if you ever wanted to go out and get something that you could use just one ball, which is a skein of yarn, this would be the best thing to do because it's all the colors on one. You don't even have to worry about changing colors, which we will learn, if I may say so myself. I will definitely teach you how to change colors. Okay, so we're going to go over, I'm going to use the other camera, but for now I'm going to start off with this, just to go over what we should already know. And if you do not, just go back and look under crochet tutorial. So I do have all of our videos in the playlist, so you are not confused. Each Sunday I put them all in a playlist. So if you want to go from the beginning all the way to current, that's where you need to go. Okay, so remember, we have to do our chain. So remember, make sure you do your chain. I'm going to do a couple of them, not a lot, because this is just going over what we need to do. All right, so just make sure, I'm going to do the half double crochet. Just make sure that when you do your chain, you are putting one more extra chain for your turning chain. And that's the stair step that you need to get to the next row. All right, so once you are where you need to be, you're going to yarn over and you're going to go into that hump. There's some humps in the back of your work. So in the front of your chain, you're going to see the V's. The V's are going to look like this. Turn it around and then you're going to see the humps. What we're going to do is we're going to put our hook in those humps. So we're going to yarn over, which is putting the yarn right over our hook, and A lot of times I put my finger on here so that it doesn't move. So when you're doing that first one, it does not slip away from you. So you're also going to not use that very first one that's by your hook. Don't use it, because that's why we use that extra chain. That extra chain is giving us the room to go up to the second floor. You can't just go on the second floor or the first floor without those stairs, right? We need to come up from out of that basement with a stair step. So that one extra chain is our stair step. So now we're going to go into the back of that hump, right? We're in the back of the hump, yarn over and pull up 3 loops. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over again, go through the next hoop in the back, the little bump. Yarn over, pull up, and you got 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then you're going to keep on doing that. The difference between single crochet and half double crochet is that you're going to do the yarn over this part first instead of going into your stitch. You're going to do yarn over first. Okay, so once I get to the end of my row, the very, very, very last one, we're going to do that turning chain again. So you're going to yarn over, pull up 1, turn your work around like as if you're turning a page in a book. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Yarn over, and then you're going to go through that stitch. So as I was saying, because now that you're on the next floor, all you're going to do is go through all the stitches. You don't have to go through the bumps at the bottom anymore, because that was your foundation. So we completed our basement. Let's go to the first floor. First floor is going to be yarn over. As you can see, you see the V's, they're like this. Yarn over and go into that V. Yarn over and pull up 3. You're going to have 3 on your hook. Yarn over one more time, pull through all 3. And then you're going to keep doing that all the way until the end. So if you're going to do washcloth or dishcloth or whatever you want, pot holder, this is what you're going to do. Eventually, like if you keep going this route, you can make a scarf or a blanket. It's up to you. It's just depending on your size. Okay, so now I turned over and I am going to do the same thing again. This time we're going to do double crochet. So I'm going to go over double crochet with you just so that you are familiar with it, so we could do this. All right, now double crochet is simple. It's almost like half double crochet. The only difference is you're just doing 2 yarn overs instead of 1 with the half double. All right, so we're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then that's your double crochet. Double crochet is just a tad bit larger than your half double crochet. So we're going to try it again. Yarn over, go into your stitch, yarn over, pull up, 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do it again. Go into your stitch, yarn over, pull up, 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then you're just going to keep in that motion. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull up, 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And the same thing until you get to the very end. Okay, so now as you can see, the differences between half double crochet and double crochet. Half double crochet is a tad bit smaller. So if you can see, we did 2 rows of the half double crochet, which is almost the same as 1 row of double crochet. So that's why a lot of people like double crochet, because it is longer and you could get finished with your project a little bit quicker. I myself tend to not use it a lot because of the holes in here, but for something like this would be absolutely great. So a lot of different projects that you could use where double crochet can work beautifully. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. When you are on your end, make sure you go up a stair step. So you gotta chain one and go up. Now we're gonna go into the next one, and then you just keep on doing it. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and that's the way we do it. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. Okay, so that's just, this is going over. We're going over this from last week. That's why I was going a little bit fast. So if you really want to go into it again, I did it last week in last week's lesson. So I did single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet in last week's lesson. And this week's lesson, I'm going over it, and we're going to do this. Okay. Now that you see the differences in the two, we're going to go to the next camera so that you can know how we're going to do this. But before I do that, I do want to show you, because some people are very visual. Not only are you watching me, but you want to see how the steps are going. And to see it first, to see what you're doing would be, to me, it was like a change. Because I was in the library when I first learned. So when my aunt was teaching me how to do it, I could not fathom what she was doing. It just did not register into my head what she was doing. And how can I get from like this, because this is what I was taught, to this? I just couldn't understand it. So when I was looking at the books and looking at the stuff in the library, I realized, boom, I needed to see it. I needed to see what I was doing on illustration just so that I can picture as I'm going how this was going to work. So I'm going to show you that. Hello, how art thou? Hello, 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 Dana Dane. Shay Shay, how art thou? Happy birthday, Dana Dane. I know it was a couple of days ago, but happy birthday. How art thou? I think the day of your birthday, we did the live with Toy, if I'm not mistaken, and Toy did some psychic. She did some psychic readings for us. Oh man, I wish you would have joined. Ugh, it was such an awesome, awesome, awesome live. Hopefully she'll come back. If she come back, oh, you will not be disappointed at all. I promise you. Not at all. She was so awesome. Okay, so let me open up all of the pictures for you so that you can see it. I don't know why everyone calls at the same time, knowing that I'm on live. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but it's okay. I keep it on vibrate. Okay, let me get this to you right now. So I would love to see some photos of some of your work. That would be awesome. Oh, we have Olivia from Ireland. How art thou? How art thou? You are so welcome. Okay. Here we go. Bam. So we're going to do the first part of this granny square, and it is going to look a little bit like this. You're gonna be like, what is Diva trying to do to me? No, I swear to you, it will be simple. It'll be simple. So you're gonna get this, but you have to do that first in order to get to where you need to go. So we're gonna start, and then I'm gonna keep showing you this. Actually, let me see. I think that I can, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. But what I am going to try to do is make it a little larger so you can see. Yeah, I'm going to do it this way and make it a little larger so you can see it. Okay, so let me move on over. Let me move on over to the other side. Oh, wait. I cannot have this up at the same time as my other camera. How about that? How about that? Okay, so I'm gonna have to take this down. I apologize. I apologize. But we do see that that's how you start. So what I'll do is I'll go back and forth. That's what I'll do. I'll go back and forth. I need OBS in my life. OBS is another software. I need that in my life. That I can have multiple stuff up. Let me take my name away. You should know my name by now. Take that away so that you can see everything I am doing, because you should know my name by now. And now I can do it. There we go. Yeah, somebody needs to talk to StreamYard so that StreamYard can let me do multiple screen shares. Maybe I'll use it more, because right now OBS is my favorite. Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be simple. Believe me, it's gonna be simple. But if you have any questions while I'm going, please ask, and one of the moderators can answer, or I can answer on the screen. But I do want you to understand that it's not as bad as you think. It really isn't. It seems overwhelming now, but it's really not. So to start off, all you need to do is make sure you are doing a slip knot. You have to start off with your slip knot. So like I said, I taught 2 different ways to do your slip knot. You could do it the way you want, and if you are not familiar, go back so that you can know how to do your slip knot. Let me move the camera down a little bit. Okay. All right, so now we're going to do 4 single crochets. Not single crochets, chains, 4 chains. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over 2, yarn over 3, yarn over 4. Once you get to the 4th one, you're going to take the end where your tail is at, take your end, and you're going to take your hook and join the 2. If you can see where the V is at, you know where the V is at right here? Take one of those loops, put your hook through there, and that's where you're going to join. You're going to yarn over and pull through both. When you do that, you're going to have a ring in the middle. You're going to have to like play around with it a little bit just so that you know where your ring is at. Okay, that was confusing. Let me do it again. I actually like this way better than doing a magic circle. I'll show a magic circle another time, but I like this way better. I don't know why. Even when I do my hats, this is the way I always do it. I have no idea why. So I'm going in, yarn over, and pull through both. When I do that, in the middle, you have like a little hole. That's where we're going to start our work, in that little hole. Okay, so we're going to do chains. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to do 3 chains. 1, yarn over, pull through. 2, yarn over and pull through, and 3. So now you have 3. And then you have the hole. So now you're going to do a double crochet. So this 3 right here counts for your one double crochet. Why? Remember how I say you needed stair steps? So in order to move up to the next row, you need to have a long enough stair step to match that double crochet. The double crochet is one of the larger stitches. So in order to fit that, you need to have 3. Sometimes it varies depending on who's crocheting. I personally do not use 3, but I'm going to show you how I was taught. All right, so we're going to go yarn over, go into your circle, yarn over and pull up. When you do that, you're going to have 3 on your hook, just like how I showed you not too long ago. Then yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then you're going to have 2 double crochets. Double crochet in the chains still equals 2 double crochets. Yarn over again, go in, yarn over, pull up. So you have 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 1. Okay, so now you have a cluster, which is called a shell. 3 double crochets is 1 shell. As you can see, that's what we have. We have different shells. So what we are trying to do right here is we're trying to make this part right here, which is the beginning of your granny square. In order to make the beginning of the granny square, you need to make sure you have the clusters right here. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to make the square. In the beginning, it's going to look like a circle, but believe me, it's going to be a square. You have to make it to where these are going to be your corners. As you can see right here, you have 2 sets of shells, and then you have 2 sets of shells, and it keeps going up to 2 sets of shells. You're going to see that in each corner. Every corner you're going to have that 2 sets. That's what we're going to make here. We need to make this part in order for this to start. Okay, so now in order to get that first corner, so we can have the 2 right here, we need to chain 2. 1, 2. Okay, once you do that, then we're going to do the double crochet again. So you're going to yarn over, go into your circle, yarn over, and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So as I'm going, if you notice, I am crocheting over my tail. I am that diva that do not like to weave in my ends a lot. So I tend to crochet over my tails a whole lot. So this is something you can do now, or don't worry about it until you get comfortable. But I don't want you to see what I'm doing and wondering, what is she doing? I don't want you to do that. I want you to be able to understand that I'm only doing this because I'm so used to it. Crocheting over this tail, I'm so used to it. So, okay, I did 2 double crochets. I'm going to do another double crochet in my circle. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so now we have 2. Okay, so now we have 2. As you can see, this is starting to look like one corner. Can you see? Can you see that? It's starting to look like one corner. We need to make 4 corners. So that's one corner. We need 4 corners. All right, so now let's keep going. Let's keep going, okay? So now we're going to chain 2 again. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull up 1, go through 2 and 2. And we're going to do another double crochet because we need to do 3 in order for it to be our shell. Okay, and boom, there you go again. So now we got the 2, 1, 2. Now we need to complete these 2 over here. Okay, so we need 1 and 2. Okay, yarn over, go through 1. Okay, make another double crochet, and now we need 1 more double crochet to finish off our shell. So as you can see, we have 3 corners now. 1, 2, 3. Now we need to complete this corner right here. And the best way to do that is add 2 chains. 1, 2. As notice, all of our chains, our 2 chains is what makes our corners, our 2 chains. And then we need to finish it because we're going to start in one corner and we're going to end in the same corner. That's how we're going to do it. That's how you do your granny square. Start in one corner and finish in the next corner. So in order to finish this, we need to make sure we have the 2 chains, and we're going to slip stitch. So in order to slip stitch, remember when we made this chain right here? This has 3 chains. We're going to take our hook and we're going to go into that top of that chain. So right here. Can you see that right there? This is the top of the chain right there. We're going to go in there. The top, go in, and yarn over, pull through, and then you're going to have the 2 on the hook. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull the hook towards your heart and pull it through that loop. And that's called a slip stitch. So once you slip stitched to that top, you basically joined, and then you have your beginning of your granny square. So you have the 4 corners right here, and then now we're going to start with the next row. So as you can see, there's a row here, and we're going to start with the next row. Before I get there, let me show you the next illustration. The next illustration is let me see. Stop now. Okay, before I keep going, is there any questions? If not, I'll keep going. Okay, so this is what we just completed. We just completed the chains, and we did the circle, and we did the double crochet, which is the three double crochets in that circle. And then we did the 3 when we made our shell. Then we did the 2 chains, and then we did the 3 shells, the 3 double crochet, which makes a shell. We did that 4 times actually. So as you can see, this is a shell. Yeah, this is a shell right here. This is a shell right here. This is a shell right here, and this is a shell right there. And that is what we did. Okay, so the next one, this is what we also did as well. We completed that last one by doing a slip stitch in that area. Let me see. It didn't even change, did it? Nope. It did not. Let me change it 1 second. There we go. Okay, so this is the what we just did when we closed it up. When we closed it up and we did that slip stitch, we took our hook and put it through that first chain, and that's how we got that. Okay, so the next one will be the next row, And I'm going to show you that in a few seconds because for some reason it doesn't change. Okay, here we go. So this is how we're going to start the next one. As you can see, we have the row right here. This is going to be the second row. And being that it's the second row, we need to make sure that our corners are good and we have two chains, not two chains, two chains, the singer. Then we have two clusters in each one of these holes. And when we do that, we're going to start adding and building. It's going to start increasing and getting bigger and bigger. Let me show you one more before we go to the next one because I want you to realize this is how it's going to get larger. You have to see it. 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 Let's see it. This is how it's going to start getting larger. Okay, so as you can see, you have the corners with the two clusters, the shells. Each corner has the two shells. But then as we're going into the second, on the first row, I mean, you're going to make another hole, which is another row with another way of increasing. So this part right here is going to start increasing. So each time you go up to the next row, this part right here is going to start getting a little larger. So right here you have one, right here you have one, right here you have one, and right here you have one. So that's in between each corner. And then when you go to the third row, it's going to be two. And then you're going to have the corner, and then you're going to have two, the corner, two, the corner, and then two spaces. So that's how this is going to be. Let me go back. Okay, so that's how this is going to be. We just completed this pink part right here. Now we just need to make the one on the next row, which is, they go where my finger is at, that's the one. And then right here is the one, and then right here is the one, and then right here is the one. So that's what we're going to do right now this very second. Okay, let me change cameras again. I really wish I had OBS. I have OBS, but I don't want to use it until I know that it's going to look good. Okay. Okay, so let's use this as our guide right there. All right, so now we're going to the next row. So, like I mentioned, we need to go make our floors, our stair steps to the next row. And so we need to make three. 1, 2, 3. 3 for double crochet. So now we need to make our shell. So we need 2 to complete this shell. Sorry. So we need 2 to make this shell. So I'm going to yarn over and put it through this hole right here. This hole is the closest hole to the chain. So we're going to put it in this hole. It's almost like going a little bit backwards. Okay, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do it again. Yarn over, go through that hole, and then yarn over, pull up. You got 3 on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so now that's part of the first corner. Remember, we're going to do the whole row, and then we're going to end with that first corner. All right, so now in order to make it here, we need to stretch it a little bit. So we have to yarn over and pull through. We make 1 chain. That's it. 1 chain. Do not make 2 chains. 2 chains is only going to go into the corners. Okay, yarn over, go into the hole, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So as you see, we're starting off into another corner. Yarn over, go in, pull up, make our double crochet. Yarn over, go in, pull up, make our double crochet. And then that's it. That's going to be the first shell Now we need to make another shell. So as you see right here, that's the first shell, and now we need to make the second shell. In order to make the second corner shell, we need to chain 2. 1, 2. We need this to be 2 because we need it a little bit large enough to add 2 shells to one space, whereas this is 1 shell to one space. So the corners always have that 2. Yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay? And then we're going to complete it with 2, and now 1 more double crochet. All right, so we just got finished completing 1 full corner. We have 1 full corner and 1 what is it, the chain in between, not chain, space in between. Okay, so we need to make it to the next corner. In order to do that, we need to chain 1. That's it. Chain 1, because that's the one in the middle. The one in the middle do not need 2 chains because you're only going to use 1 cluster for the middle. So now we're going to yarn over, go through the corner, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do 2 more to complete that first shell. Yarn over, pull up 1, pull through 2, pull through 2. Do it the same thing again. Okay, so now we completed 1 part of your corner. We need to complete the second part of your corner. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and you have 2 chains. Now we're going to complete that corner. So in that same chain, do 3 double crochets. If you need to slow this down, do what you got to do to slow it down so that you could get this the right way. Okay, so now, as you see, we have 2 complete corners. 2 complete corners and 2 spaces, 2 shell spaces. That's what we have. All right, so now we need to make that middle space. And now we're going to yarn over and pull through that next corner. Yarn over, complete your shell. Okay, so I have 1 shell completed. Now chain 2 and complete that next shell. 1, 2, and 3. Now we are finished with this corner, and that corner. We're finished with this middle chain. I keep saying chain. This middle space, this middle space. Now we need to create this middle space and complete this corner. Chain 1. Chain 1 is for that corner. Now we got to complete this corner. 1, 2, and 3. So that is a chain. That is 1 shell. And in order to connect it, we need 2 chains. 1 and 2. And slip stitch to the top of that last double crochet chain. All right. And then you're going to turn your hook towards your heart and pull it through. And then that's how you create your next. That's how you complete your corner. So as you can see, it's actually starting to look like a square. You completed 4 corners, and in between the 4 corners you have a space. So you have the space here, space here, space here, space here. Next row is going to be 2 spaces. And then each row you're going to go up is going to get larger. Then you got 3 spaces. Then you're going to have 4 spaces. And if you keep going, you're going to get 5 and 6 and more. And this is how you complete a granny square blanket. If you want, you could keep going until you until you get to where you need to go. Let me see if I have any questions. I've been trying my best to get in contact with you for I can get the Lima understand. I wanted to get your book, but I can start it doing what I do my son pictures. So I've been trying to get in contact with you to get started with your class. I think this is I think you're talking about the one that the class that you already crochet, and you want the ebook so that you could graph. That's the other class that we're in to the at 7 o'clock. That's the 7 o'clock class, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't have an ebook for this class. I have the ebook for the other class. That's the ebook is for how to crochet, not how to crochet, how to graph. If you want to learn how to do the PC stitch, one of the moderators can give you the information. Plus, it's always in the description. It's always in the description on how to contact me. If you contact me like by email, I'll answer all of my emails. And I have even the group and the moderators. So I'm not sure if it was Etsy. Etsy is not where Etsy is usually the place where people just purchase their stuff and keep it moving. I don't really do the ebook on Etsy, but what we can do is send me an email right now this very second, or one of the moderators can give you the information and I can handle that. But this is a different class for that. Sheila, I apologize. I really do. I don't know why you can't reach me. That's weird. Everybody reach me. I get so many messages. Like a lot. Like I have like almost 200 messages on Messenger, and I'm scared because every time I try to like answer everybody, then someone will answer, and then I get caught up with talking with that person, and then I get lost where I'm at. It's a mess. It's the best. But I have great moderators, admins. They're so great. All right, so now I'm gonna go to the next row. The next row, so that we can complete our granny square. We only got 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Time goes by so quickly, man. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the next one. Again, we're going to yarn over, pull up 3 chains, yarn over, and double crochet, yarn over, double crochet. Okay, so that is the beginning of your corner. And then we're going to complete all around and come back and end it. All right, so now you're going to do 1 chain. That 1 chain goes right here in this middle. So basically, as you can see, your shells are going into each chain space. That's what it's called, a chain space. Each shell is going to each chain space. The only thing is the corners are the corners that have 2 shells, and the ones in the middle have 1 shell. So this one right here, I'm going to do 3 double crochets and make our one shell. And then in order to get to the next corner, we gotta yarn over, pull through 1, and make 1 chain. Once I make that 1 chain, we're gonna go here into this corner. And once I do this, you're gonna see something. Okay, yarn over, go through 1 and 2, and make a double crochet. Okay, so once I finish that 1 shell, you're gonna see something. You're gonna see that you have 2 in between this 1 chain. I'm sorry, in between this 1 shell, you're gonna have 2 chain spaces. So now you are going to increase. So this row is going to be 2 because you're going to have 2 chain spaces on each side. So you're going to have 2 inside the row and then 2 in right here. Okay, so now we're in the corner. 1, 2. Yarn over and you're going to make a shell. And then you're going to finish that one corner. So now you have 2 corners. Yarn over, pull through 1, and then complete that middle space with your shell. Then you're finished. So now you have that one completed. Now you gotta chain 1 again so you can make that next chain space. Now yarn over, pull through 1, pull through 2. Make your next shell. Okay, so now you have 1 shell. Now we need to make the second shell. 1, 2. Your 2 chains in the middle. Make your next shell. Okay, and now there we go. We got 2 complete corners. 2 complete corners. Now we are going to yarn over, pull through 1. Yarn over, go into that next chain space. Okay, now chain 1 and go into the next corner. That next corner, you're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and complete that corner. Now you have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 whole complete corners. Let's finish this up. Yarn over, pull through 1, and that is going into that next chain space. Okay, now we're going to chain 1 again. Yarn over, chain 1, and we're going to finish off in that next corner. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, in order to complete it, we need 1 and 2. And we're going to slip stitch at the top of your chain 3 chain and pull through. And bam, there you go. That's how you are going to finish that part. So in order for me to get to where I had did this, I did 2 more rows after this. So once I finished the next row, which is 3 chain spaces in between here, then I did 1 more, which did 4, and then that's how I got to this size. And then you could stop or you could keep going. You do not have to stay here. You could make your own blanket if you have enough yarn and just keep on going. Just remember, make sure you do your chain and then yarn over and go into that first stitch, into that first chain 2 space corner. Okay, yarn over and go to the next. And if you notice, when I'm doing the middle part, I'm just chaining over 1 and doing it again, because that first time I only needed to do it that 1 time, but this time I needed to do 2 because we created 2. All right, so now once I do 1 more to make it over here to this corner and complete one shell in this corner, you're going to see the 3 that I just made. See? 1, 2, 3. That's the 3 middle chain spaces that I made in between. And then once you keep going around, it's going to just get larger and larger and larger. And then you're going to say double crochet is like the best thing ever because you could do it quickly and it's something that you learn fast. And yeah. And then eventually I got over that stage. I got over that stage and I wanted to do other things. Okay, yarn over, pull through 1. Remember, you're only pulling through 1 when you're in the middle. The only time you're doing 2 chains is when you are in that corner. When you're in that corner, that's when you're doing 2 because you need to make sure you have 2 spaces to complete 2 shells. Okay? Chain 1. Now you need to move over to the corner. So you're doing the chain to make a space so that you could keep adding each shell. That's the reason for the chain 1. Because if you don't do the chain 1, you're not going to have enough room to put in your shell. Okay, so now I need 1, 2. I need one more shell to make the shell. 2. And another shell. And now we have 2 complete corners. Okay, chain 1. Make it to that next one. That next chain space. Okay. Yarn over, pull through 1, make it into that next chain space. And again, yarn over, pull through 1 to make it into the corner. You will always know what the corners look like because you have 2. As long as you're doing it correctly, you will have 2 in the corner, 2 shells in each corner. Yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, go in and bam. Now you have 1, 2, 3 whole complete corners. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over, pull through 1, and we're going to complete this right here and make your shell in the middle. Yarn over, pull through 1. We're going to do it again. Complete your shell in the middle. And the same thing again. Yarn over, pull through 1 to make your 1 chain. And now we're going to finish off this center right here, this corner, that last corner we're going to finish off. Yarn over, go in, pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn over, go in, pull through 2, pull through 2, and one more to complete your shell. Okay, so once you complete your shell, you need to do 2 chains. Pull through 1, pull through 1, and slip stitch to the top of that chain. Yarn over, pull up. You're going to have 2 on the loop. Do not chain over, do not yarn over. You're just going to take your hook, pull it toward your heart, and pull through that loop. And that's how you complete that row. So all you need is one more row to complete to where I am at. That one more row can get you to this length, which will be like a pot holder or a coaster, whatever you want, or keep going and make a blanket. It's up to you. It's your work. It's your work. It's your project. It's whatever you want. And that's it for today. We went over the single crochet, the half double crochet, and the double crochet. And we did the granny square. So I hope you guys are practicing P2P, practice to perfection, so that you can get to where you need to be like the Diva and making all kinds of things. And then you could be into the other class, which is learning how to make blankets and pillows and all kinds of stuff with pictures and stuff. So thanks again for coming in on the Creative Stitching Divas channel and learning how to crochet for adults and kids. Make sure that you are subscribed so that you can always get all of my videos, and make sure you put thumbs up because I think I deserve a like. I think I do. I think I do. Sharing is caring. Make sure you let others know that this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing it for you free of charge. And that's it. Next Sunday I will not be on here. I'm sorry, because I do have to move. So I'm going to be moving, so I will not have a video next week. What I may do is add something like some little tips and stuff in between that you can go over, and the tips and stuff that you could go over that can help you. So what I will do is just keep working on this and make a blanket if you want. Go get more yarn if you need. If any kids need any help with yarn, inbox or send me a message. All of my information is in the description below. Must be kids, I'm sorry. Has to be a kid. If a kid needs some yarn and a hook, let me know and we'll try to work it out, because sharing is caring, right? And we want you to get to start, right? All right, so have a good evening. Bye.